Big Kid Player of the Year! Three-time Nancy Liederman Award recipient! Two-time Wade Trophy winner!
Wilson, the undeniable face of South Carolina basketball, is set to have her jersey retired on February 2nd. A milestone moment, right? Well, not exactly. That same day, Caitlin Clark is also having her jersey retired by Iowa, and the buzz surrounding Caitlin is The difference is striking. While Caitlin Clark's fans are making her jersey retirement one of the biggest events in college basketball history, Wilson's ceremony feels like an afterthought. And let's be real, South Carolina isn't doing this now because they just realized AJA is a legend. They are doing it to avoid being completely overshadowed by Caitlin Clark. So, how did we get here? Why did South Carolina wait nearly 7 years to honor their greatest player? And why does it feel like AJA Wilson's moment is being taken from her right before our eyes?
Everyone was back for Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement. And everyone was there. It was ridiculous. So many people are there. Look, I can't name everyone in this photo right now, but one thing's for sure. Callie Krauskopf is there. Stephanie White is there with Caitlin Clark, and Amber Cox is there.
Let's break it all down. AJA Wilson left South Carolina in 2018 as the most dominant player in school history. She won a national championship, multiple Player of the Year awards, and completely changed the program. Yet, for some reason, it's taken almost 7 years for South Carolina to retire her jersey. They claim it's due to a school policy requiring players to wait at least 5 years before getting their jerseys retired. But now, nearly 7 years later, they suddenly decided 2024 is the right time? Coincidence? Not a chance. They see what's happening with Caitlin Clark. Iowa isn't waiting. They're retiring Caitlin's jersey immediately, no delays, because they recognize greatness when they see it. Meanwhile, South Carolina dragged their feet on AJA Wilson until they realized they'd get left behind in the conversation. So instead of celebrating AJA's legacy on her own terms, this feels more like a reaction to Caitlin Clark's unstoppable hype train. And trust me, AJA Wilson knows it. She's selling out arenas at record speed. The moment Iowa announced her ceremony, fans scrambled for tickets, turning it into a must-watch spectacle. Meanwhile, AJA's ceremony is happening, but the buzz just isn't there. Why? Because Caitlin Clark isn't just a great player, she's a movement. She's breaking records weekly, pulling NBA-level TV ratings, and packing entire arenas in minutes. People don't just want to watch Caitlin Clark play, they want to witness history. That's why her jersey retirement is turning into a major event, while AJA's feels like an afterthought.
First of all, 4 years went so fast. It's not hard to wrap my head around the things that we accomplished, but at the same time, people don't realize.
South Carolina had years to make AJA's moment special. But now it's just another thing happening on Caitlin Clark Day. AJA Wilson isn't the type to complain publicly. But let's be real, she knows exactly what's going on. She recently spoke about feeling disrespected in the WNBA, and this just adds another layer. Imagine being one of the best players of your generation, waiting years for your school to honor you, only for them to finally do it at the worst possible time, when all the attention is on someone else.
You may be in Indiana now, but you're always a Hawkeye.
Let's be clear, South Carolina should have done this years ago. Instead, they dragged their feet, and now AJA's moment is being overshadowed by forces beyond her control. If they had honored her in 2022 or even 2023, she would have had the spotlight all to herself. AJA Wilson may be a two-time WNBA MVP and a dominant force on the court, but when it comes to jersey sales, she might as well be on the dollar menu at McDonald's. Seriously, her jersey barely costs more than a Big Mac and fries, while Caitlin Clark's is a luxury item selling for well over $100. Clark's jersey is flying off shelves like a supreme drop. It's like comparing a pair of LeBron's signature Nikes to some clearance bin sneakers at Walmart. One has people camping out and fighting over it, while the other needs a *1, get one free * deal just to move units. But it's not just about jersey sales, it's the energy surrounding these two players. Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement at Iowa felt like a Taylor Swift concert. Sold out, packed to the rafters, with fans paying top dollar just to be part of history. Meanwhile, at AJA Wilson's ceremony in South Carolina, they were practically handing out tickets like Oprah giving away cars. Asterisk, you get a seat.
Let's hear it one more time for the next
That brings us back to asterisk the Caitlin Clark effect. Asterisk the WNBA has had MVPs before, but none have shaken up the game like this. Let's put it in perspective. The league has seen legends like Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore, but none of them have moved merchandise, sold out arenas, and shifted TV ratings the way Caitlin Clark is doing right now. Clark's jersey is selling out faster than a PlayStation 5 during the pandemic, while AJA's. You could probably find one on an end-of-season clearance rack. Asterisk ticket demand. Asterisk Clark's games are standing room only, with resale prices hitting NBA-level numbers. Meanwhile, South Carolina was practically begging people to show up for AJA's big moment. Asterisk TV ratings. Asterisk when Clark plays, even non-basketball fans tune in. She's making ESPN executives pop champagne every time she steps on the court. It's like comparing Michael Jordan's first sneaker deal to someone playing in Payless light-ups. One is an asterisk cultural
Coming back here and not being able to play, but it's just really exciting time still for this program. I'm very fortunate to be a part of it and feel very lucky that a lot of my former teammates and former coaches are here and able to support me, and a lot of friends and family. So
let's not forget the sponsorship deals. Caitlin Clark's major partnerships have already positioned her as the future face of the sport. AJA Wilson, despite all her accolades, is playing catch-up when it comes to commercial influence. AJA was South Carolina's greatest player ever, but if they had retired her jersey in 2022 or even 2023, this moment wouldn't feel like an afterthought. Instead, they hesitated, and now she's sharing the stage with the biggest phenomenon in women's basketball history. South Carolina fans will definitely celebrate her, but the national buzz, the viral moments, and the cultural significance, all asterisk of that belongs to Caitlin Clark. It's not fair, but sports history doesn't wait for anyone. When a generational superstar arrives, everything else gets...
This guy says, everybody will remember Caitlin Clark around the world, and Asia will be remembered by her 100 fans. One is on national TV and tickets are 10 times the price in the face of basketball. The other is on some regional network because she doesn't move the needle.
That's why February 2nd will be remembered for Caitlin Clark, not AJA Wilson. Even at $16 a pop, AJA Wilson can't get enough people to buy her jersey, while Caitlin Clark's fans are tracking her every move like sneakerheads waiting for the next Jordan drop. Maybe AJA Wilson's struggles with popularity aren't just about her game. It's about how she's positioned herself in the narrative. She went from being one of the WNBA's most likable superstars to someone who cries racism whenever Caitlin Clark gets a moment in the spotlight. AJA was always a fan favorite, but then she chose to go scorched earth on Caitlin Clark's success, instead of embracing the new wave of popularity Clark brought to the game. She made some of the nastiest comments, claiming Caitlin was only famous because she's white. Kelsey Plum, a white player, was the NCAA's all-time leading scorer before Caitlin Clark, but she never had Clark's impact. Sabrina Ionescu, another white star, was a college sensation, but even she didn't generate Clark-level TV ratings, jersey sales, or game attendance. So, if race were the biggest factor, why didn't these players cause the same buzz? The truth is Caitlin Clark is special. She plays with a flashy, dynamic, and electrifying style that turns every game into a must-watch event. Instead of acknowledging Clark's generational talent, AJA Wilson took the easy route, blaming race. That decision alienated her from fans who just wanted to watch great basketball. Caitlin Clark is out here putting up numbers that make NBA scouts drool, while AJA Wilson is throwing Twitter tantrums. That's the real difference. Fans gravitate toward authenticity, excitement, and game-changing talent. Caitlin Clark delivers that night after night. She's pulling up from Steph Curry range, dropping triple-doubles like candy on Halloween, and playing with a swagger that makes every possession feel like a viral moment waiting to happen. AJA Wilson. She's a dominant force in the WNBA, but her personality shift has hurt her brand. Fans don't like excuses, entitlement, and unnecessary race baiting. They want winners, showstoppers, and entertainers, and the numbers prove it. Meanwhile, AJA Wilson's
The All-Star MVP trophy. Either way, what the WNBA have done promoting this is good, and I do feel like just like with everything, just like with everything in life, like when WNBA is doing something bad, if I'm going to call it out, I'm going to talk about WNBA doing a good job as well. And I think, look, everything involved, I made a video about it, and like every single thing involved with this jersey retirement went.
At the end of the day, AJA Wilson had a choice. Embrace Caitlin Clark as a rising star who brings more money, exposure, and opportunity to the WNBA, or fight against her and risk looking bitter. Unfortunately, she chose the wrong path. Instead of celebrating the fact that Clark's popularity brings bigger paychecks for all WNBA players, Wilson spent her time throwing shade, making race-based excuses, and watching her own brand plummet. Caitlin Clark is out here selling out arenas, breaking records, and changing the game. Meanwhile, AJA Wilson is stuck with cheap jerseys and empty seats. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates.